The easiest and quickest way to get to a vote on health care reform is to have the House make minor changes to the Senate bill. The question now, how much can the House swallow? And clearly some members of Congress are gagging on parts of the Senate bill. In the wake of last summer's deadly metro crash here in Washington, D.C., the NTSB is calling for more federal regulation of Metro, including changing the design of the cars so that it's easier to evacuate out the windows. Wicomico Sheriff's deputies have just begun the latest update on the search for young Sarah Foxwell. She was last seen 9:30 on Tuesday night when she went to bed, and ever since, about 300 volunteers and law enforcement have been searching for her through the day and through the night, hoping to find her alive. These programs are not only political for the nation, they are deeply personal for D.C. residents, and this bill puts the district in the driver's seat to make decisions for its people. Gary Farber remembers well when consumers stopped buying American.
In the mid-90s, that's when we started seeing more foreign cars come into the shop.
Last year, this GM-trained mechanic became one of them when he bought his wife a Lexus.
And it just got to the point where the little nitpicky stuff just starts breaking, and we finally bought a Japanese car.
Gary says it may be tempting for Congress to let U.S. automakers fall on their faces, but he says consider this.
I talk to GM every day for parts. I talk to Ford every day for parts.
A total of 20 to 25 parts suppliers every day, and he's just one mechanic. Suppliers and dealership employees want Congress to know their jobs are on the line too. They took out this 3/4-page ad in the Washington Post today. The number, 6 million jobs. And they're good jobs. These mechanics at Dark Cars Chrysler Jeep Dodge can earn close to 6 figures on commission and receive good benefits.
If they don't get the money, we won't get the money.
It affects, the guys that wash the cars. It affects the guys that run the factory lines. It affects, the industry all around.
So with the big three begging for a bigger bailout, Gary Farber says if Congress doesn't pay now, it will definitely pay later.
I think it's actually their last stand. They have to really either put up or shut up.
In Kensington, Jessica Weinstein, Fox 5 News. The Gaithersburg neighborhood of Montgomery Village, the place where the feds say a crucial clue against Dr. Bruce Ivins emerged. You see, before he lived in Frederick, he lived right here at number 10189.
Well, I didn't know he lived here then. I had no idea. Never met him.
Court documents released Wednesday reveal Ivins had a fixation with the college sorority Kappa Kappa Gamma. Investigators say the anthrax-laced letters were mailed from a post box just outside a Kappa office in New Jersey. But Fox 5 tracked down one more connection. This Montgomery County Police report reveals that back in 1982, a home in Ivins' neighborhood was vandalized. The symbols for Kappa Kappa Gamma, a college sorority, scrawled in red spray paint across the fence, across the sidewalk, and a car parked in the parking lot. According to property records, at the same time those Kappa Kappa Gamma vandalisms occurred here, Dr. Bruce Ivins lived right over there in that building. And what's more, he and the victim both went to the University of North Carolina at the same time. Ivins was never named a suspect and never charged in this vandalism case. In fact, it remained unsolved. But in court papers, federal investigators called that police report a significant connection to the mindset of the man accused. A connection which they say ultimately strengthened their case against Ivins. In Frederick, Jessica Weinstein, Fox 5 News. With 7 salads on his menu and more served as a side, Chef Tony Marchanti has gusto for greens.
So it's definitely a big component of our menu.
But he remembers well the E. coli spinach scare of 2006, when tainted lettuce killed 3 people and sickened 200, proving to be quite a problem in produce.
It's getting tossed with something and consumed right away, so there's really a lot of chance that if something was wrong in that product, there's not many points of intervention to really know.
Which is why, beginning Friday, the FDA will allow iceberg and spinach lettuces to be irradiated, using radiation to kill E. coli and other bacteria.
I just want to make sure that it's a safe process and that, we're not creating a bigger problem by trying to solve a smaller one.
Critics say it not only zaps germs, but odors, textures, and taste. The FDA says the technique has improved.
The amount of radiation we're talking about is much less than we already radiate meat with. I think the big problem here is that with produce, you can't cook it away.
The next step will likely be getting romaine on the FDA list. So back salads like this one can be irradiated too. But is it on the menu for diners?
But I personally would like to know whether my food is irradiated or not, because I actually personally would probably choose non-irradiated foods.
I think it's good from a public health standpoint, and I think a lot of people are really worried about the state of our food supplies.
So next time you grab a forkful, consider this. What's a safe salad worth to you? In Bethesda, Jessica Weinstein, Fox 5 News.